Hey, I'm Westside DB here in Santa Monica, California, and I work with Keller Williams of Santa Monica. I sell real estate, and I like to talk about it on my blog. And I was working with a buyer client of mine just about a week ago, and I remember hearing something from another real estate agent saying that we were back to 2003, 2004 price levels. Well, I wanted to prove that to him. So what I decided to do is I wanted to look at the 10-year spread of what's been happening in Santa Monica in single-family homes according to the data that we have on the multiple listing service, the MLS, and see exactly where we were priced at, and because we all know that we've come down from the market heights, and I'd like to try to figure out approximately where we are now. Santa Monica being a very unique city to Los Angeles, the micro market here in Santa Monica is different, vastly different than what you might find in the Palisades or Mid-City or even the East Side. So since I specialize on the West Side, I figured it'd be useful for you guys to kind of see some of that data that I've been looking at too. So check out this post that I've got here. I talk a little bit about what some of the buyers that I'm working with are thinking of, because a lot of times what I'm coming across is a lot of cautious optimism from buyers. And I'm hearing comments like, hey DB, if we had to live here for 10 years, you know, this home could really afford us, blah, dot, 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 dot. Whatever it is that their motivation, whether it's they want to start a family there, they really like the schools, they like the lifestyle of Santa Monica. Or another one that I keep hearing is, you know, this house seems to be such a good deal. Even if the market does come down a little bit, you've negotiated a great deal for us, a great price, and so we feel like we've got a really good value, and if the market goes down a little bit, we're still going to be okay because we bought right. So that's really great. I mean, I really love how pragmatic buyers are being, because it's arguably the largest purchase in your life. So that being said, let's move down here. I want to show you this graph that I found at the, let's see, from the New York Times, and it just kind of illustrates a little bit of the declines and the run-ups, the booms and bust cycles of real estate in the last 110, 120 years. And I love it because it's kind of like gas prices. You know that gas usually goes up, sometimes come down, but it usually goes up with the cost of living. So you'll see this boom and bust cycle time and time again through the Great Depression, World War II, and the 70s spike, drop back down, 80s, drop back down. This here was late 2006, which is arguably the top of the market. Some people say 2005, some people say 2007, depending on the data that you look at. But we know that we've declined quite a bit from this, because it's now February 2011. Excuse me for being tongue-tied. So anyway, so let's move back into the post. Here is the average Santa Monica single-family home over the last 10 years. And you can see it's in line with the run-up that we had. This is 2007 over here, our decline in 2009, and it looks like we've stabilized a bit from last year, 2010. And this over here is the price per square foot, which is showing us basically the same thing. So it also occurred to me that besides the average price and the price per square foot, we should look at the days on market, because days on market is a nice indicator to show us how hot the market is. Days on market's defined by the number of days it takes for a listing, a home, to go on the market, listed in the MLS, and go into escrow. So let's just show you this line right down here. In 2000 it was 57 days. We creep up, we start creeping down as the market got really hot and properties were flying off the shelves, 39 days. Now it starts to creep back up, 2006, 2007, and in 2010 we had 63 days for the average single-family home in Santa Monica to actually go into escrow. So you can extrapolate what you think of what was happening in the market. I'm basically proving here to you that these low numbers in the days on market just shows that it was a hot market, and now we're not in such a hot market. We still are in a buyer's market. So, excuse me. The other thing I'd like to show you is the average price that was listed at versus what it sold at. In the hot times, they were 100%. Now we're back down to about 95%. So if you've got a kick-ass real estate agent on your side, like yours truly, we should be able to negotiate you at least a 5% discount, sometimes more. And then let's see, we'll look at, okay, now this is the big one that I really wanted to look at. And I spent a lot of time looking at this and trying to figure out exactly, you know, how crystal clear it was in portraying what's happening in this micro market. So what I really like is I look at 2005 and 2007 versus last year, 2010. And we can see that the number of homes that have sold has actually went down about 20 to 22%. Okay, so what we're looking at is the difference from 2005 to 2010 versus 2007 to 2010, because, like I was saying before, it depends on who you talk to about what the top of the market was. So we can see here that the percent difference, 20 or 22%, is so there's less homes selling. There's also less real estate agents around because, let's face it, the market was driving a lot of the sales, not the real estate agents who were busting their butt. So that's good for me. Less competition means you get better service and somebody who's willing to go the extra mile. Okay, the average price. Interesting thing here. The difference from 2005 to 2007, which is this right up here, where are we? 2010 versus 2005, you'll see very little difference. 2007, a little higher, so there's a bigger difference. So we had about a 14.41% difference from 2007. Days on market, we already talked about that. That's gone up 51% because it's taking longer for things to go into escrow. And you'll see it's consistently 6% off on the average price per square foot. So let's look at the overall of what I'm extrapolating from this data, and you should too. If we're looking at today's pricing off of the peak of the market, we know that there's fewer homes that are selling for an average price that has dropped. And overall, I think that this is telling us a couple of really great things, that Santa Monica is a more resilient city than some of the other cities in Los Angeles. And a lot of times people purchase here in Santa Monica because of the lifestyle it affords them. And yes, everybody wants a good deal, absolutely. But some of the things you need to take in consideration when living here are school districts, lifestyle, sustainable city, and a quality of life that you're going to get by living near the beach. So those things usually make the real estate here a little bit more desirable and pricier, depending on what kind of amenities and exact locations you have. So overall, we're also seeing that the price per square foot has dipped a little bit, 6%. That's not a huge amount when you compare it to other cities that have been hit harder, like central Los Angeles or even the east side. So I think you're in a good position whether you're selling or buying here on the west side, because it's a desirable place. People want to live here, and we haven't seen the wild fluctuations and dips that we have in the other areas. So if you have any other questions, I can be reached at westsidedb.com, or give me a call through the widget up there at the top, this little thing. Boop, boop. Or you can find me on my blog on samolive.com. I hope you found this useful. I sure did, and I hope to see you in the neighborhood sometime soon. Talk to you.